spiced matcha. That is a little bit more of a healthy version than the traditional pumpkin spice version. So you will need almond milk, pumpkin puree, matcha, ceremonial grade matcha, preferably, honey, local honey, preferably, pumpkin spice and cinnamon, and you will need a kettle of hot water at 185 degrees. And you will also need a matcha bowl and whisk. So, mise en place, get all of your ingredients out, and I will try to be in the center of the video. We are going to start by measuring 1 teaspoon of matcha into a bowl. Always start with the matcha, get that whisked up first. So about a couple ounces, 2 ounces, 1 to 2 ounces of hot water. And you'll just whisk it side by side. I guess I could move the soap. Side by side until there are no clumps. This is actually a very interesting thing for me. I watch so many cooking YouTube videos and I'm like, oh, I could never do that. My lighting isn't great. Everything isn't perfect. I have to do it at this time of day, break my fast here. And I just kind of overthought it until I was like listening to this Gary Vee podcast and I was like, what am I waiting for? I have a lot in my brain I want to share. So, matcha, whisked. I am going to add 1/2 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. You need to open it. Don't use your teeth. My Instacart driver was so sweet, and if you go onto my social media, I shared it on my story. She told me what she was thankful for that day, and she said that she was thankful for the ability to provide for her kids, and I thought that was so sweet, and she was just like the happiest Instacart driver in the world. And I loved it. So 1/2 teaspoon. Add to the matcha. And then whisk it in. Oh, it smells so good. I have been putting on Sex and the City season 6 because that one is like very wintry, and I've been sitting under a plaid blanket and writing. I'm writing something very special to be coming soon, and can't believe I wore white. Yeah, so something's very special coming soon, so that's why I wanted to be able to do more videos like this. Okay, so we have our matcha. We're gonna add 1 teaspoon of honey. If you like your matcha a little bit sweeter, you can do more than 1 teaspoon, but I think 1 teaspoon is just enough for me. And then we will add you will add 2 teaspoons of the pumpkin puree straight into the container, and then about 2 more ounces of hot water. So it's going to be kind of thick. You will need to really rinse your matcha whisk. I think that this could be kind of controversial. Matcha whisks are very special. They're very sensitive, so to put pumpkin puree in there, but the water is enough of a temperature to where it will kind of melt the puree. So we have it here. I'll put that in and then pour it into a mug. It smells so damn good. Okay, I have a great espresso machine, so I will steam my milk. I use the 3-ingredient almond milk from Califia. It's my absolute fave. So I will pour it into this and I'll steam it. I'll steam that to about 180. So it's just the right temperature for matcha. It's not gonna burn it. 185 is the temperature that you want to do green teas at. which is what matcha is. I'm really hoping that this turns out because this is such a great alternative because matcha, a lot more benefits than actual coffee. Coffee has tons of benefits too, but matcha in the afternoon has kind of been my go-to because it makes me a little less jittery. Personally, don't like pumpkin spice lattes that much. I mean, I think they're okay, but for me to have a sugar-free, 1 teaspoon of honey as the alternative to a typical pumpkin spice latte. And then I can also know that this milk doesn't have any fillers, any gums, and that makes me really happy too, because I do care about what I'm consuming. It's just really important to me, and I feel better in my body, I feel clearer in my mind, and it's just the way that I like to live. And I think that we've gotten so far away from the actual natural way of living, which is organic food and just like food at its basics. Like processed food is our baseline, and it kind of just blows my mind sometimes what we think is normal food, because it's really not normal. It's not like actual food. Okay, so I have my milk and I will just pour it over. You could also do this iced, but I would like a hot latte. If you do it iced, you'll just do the same exact thing, except you will not steam the milk, obviously. You can also use a handheld frother, and those are great as well. I will sprinkle with a little bit of cinnamon, but you can also sprinkle with pumpkin spice. So just sprinkle that on there, and voila! We have a pumpkin spice latte. Oh, wait, a pumpkin spice matcha that is clean, healthy, and made with actual pumpkin and just honey, and it's gonna be so good. It smells just like fall, it's amazing. I only got foam. Oh, I know everyone makes those noises at the end of cooking shows, and it makes you want their food more, but like, seriously, this one is good.
Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.